Gaara looked at the chaos that surrounded him. Him, Onoki, and a handful of others were all that remained of their squadron. Thousands of shinobi, wiped out by a single man. Said man now stood atop the broken remains of the small moons he'd dropped on them. Gaara had used a sand dome just in time to protect those closest to him. Everyone was injured, low on chakra, or both. The Kazekage couldn't imagine them winning this battle. Tamari, take everyone to the nearest medical camp, Gaara instructed. Onoki and myself will buy as much time as we can. Tamari hesitantly nodded, the Tsuchikage standing up. Are you sure about this, young Kazekage? Our death is all but certain. As a Kage, I am prepared to lay down my life, just like everyone else. And if Naruto and B are on the move like Jiraiya said, we cannot allow him to fight them. Onoki begrudgingly agreed, gathering chakra to suspend himself in the air. Gaara collected his sand, sensing everyone flee the battlefield. Honestly, Onoki, I didn't take you for the kind to never give up, but I'll admit, it does make things more interesting. Perhaps now that the fodder have been removed, the great Tsuchikage can give me a proper battle. Onoki snarled, their opponent's chakra swirling into the shape of a deep blue Susanoo skeleton. Madara Uchiha's Rinnegan pulsed, the silvery purple striking fear into the two Kage. They'd already witnessed its devastating power once, but they had no choice but to face it once more. Looks like the two of you could use a hand. Gaara and Onoki turned to see a familiar face. Mei Terumi, accompanied by a few leaf shinobi who had teleported her. It really is Madara Uchiha. I guess it was right to come here after all. The Mizukage, I presume, Madara laughed. Unfortunately, you're not Yagura, but maybe you'll offer a bigger surprise that way. Lightning style, lightning cloak. Power output, 50%. Madara couldn't turn in time to defend. A pair of fists struck his skeletal Susanoo, shattering it. Two more punches sent his body flying across the scattered stones below. How's that for a surprise? Tsunade shouted, her and the Raikage landing beside the others. When did you arrive? Gaara asked. We intercepted Naruto and B, but the brats didn't bother with us, Tsunade grumbled. After that we heard about this mess, A continued. If this is the real Madara, then we need to take him out. Gaara, you're the only one here who can seal reanimations, so you'll be our ace in the hole, Onoki stated. He's managed to escape my particle style so far, but if I can hit him even once, that boosts our odds of success. I suppose the rest of us will have to go all out then, Mei smirked. Tsunade, as our medic you should stay in the back, A suggested. No way. My strength is needed just as much as my medical prowess. That said, I'm not letting any of us die. Summoning Jutsu! Katsuyu burst into existence, splitting into 5 smaller pieces. Lady Katsuyu, I'm counting on you. As you wish. I assume we shall be calling upon that power now. Tsunade nodded, the diamond mark on her forehead glowing. This is wonderful! Hashirama's daughter? Maybe you'll be the one to interest me. I look forward to this grand bout. The 5 Kage versus the Uchiha Ghost. I do wonder what shall take place between the beginning and your defeat, Madara shouted, his chakra surging to levels indescribable. Tsunade looked at the black markings now covering her body. She then looked back to Madara, whose aura made every cell in her body tremble. This was war, and Madara surviving this battle would only make it a massacre. I can't say it's surprising you found me, considering your chakra feels like his. Black Zetsu frowned. Naruto stood in the middle of a large cave. His target, Black Zetsu, was attached to something that looked like a large tree root. Smaller branches extended from the ceiling, white Zetsu clones forming from them. That explains why every Zetsu turns into a tree whenever I defeat one. My new chakra must awaken the life energy inside them. And like Hagoromo said, Black Zetsu has the opposite ability, Naruto thought. So, you do know Hagoromo and his past, Naruto said aloud. Of course. Madara created me through the remains of the Ten Tails, which is still connected to that man, even after death. I alone understood humanity's past, until he gave you his chakra. And yet you're trying to resurrect the Ten Tails? Naruto asked. I am Madara's will. Not Obito's, Naruto confirmed, meaning Madara was the one to send Obito down this path. He planned on finding out more from Kakashi's old friend. First, he had to get rid of Zetsu, both of his parts. That said, Black Zetsu wasn't going to go down easily. The strange entity was instantly surrounded by his own army. The cave was filled to the brim. Naruto estimated 500. He couldn't help but smirk. You know about Hagoromo's chakra. Did you expect all these puny clones will be enough to beat me? Earth style, Garden of Stone. With a stomp of his foot, every white Zetsu was skewered by a spike of rock. Black Zetsu seemed unfazed, more clones falling from the ceiling. Scorch style, pink arrows. Naruto pointed upwards, pink fire destroying the downpour of white bodies. More kept falling, Naruto losing his patience quickly. Explosion style, landmine fist. Naruto jumped, his punch causing a massive cave-in. After a few moments, fading sunlight filled the cave. You truly are a thorn in my side, Zetsu growled. Wood style, relentless tree roots. Lava style, lava armor. The roots were burned away as Naruto walked forward. Black Zetsu unleashed wave after wave, all pointless. Naruto watched his opponent rise up the giant tree root, escaping to the surface. Boil style, unrivaled strength. Wind style, soul speed. Zetsu was thrown to the ground. Naruto landed beside him, weaving hand signs. Any last words? The blonde asked. You don't kill, Zetsu spat. No, I have a different job for you. You'll be trapped inside of my technique until the war is over. Afterwards, I'll figure out what to do with you. Wood style, tree binding, and chakra absorption jutsu. You can't hold me forever. Wood style drains an enormous amount of chakra, Zetsu snarled, as his limbs were bound to the earth. You forget I have Kurama's chakra, and Senjutsu. Besides, this combination of jutsu will slowly drain you of your own chakra, which will then fuel the technique. It won't kill you, but you won't have the strength to resist, or create more white Zetsu. Now all that's left is for Sasuke to find Orochimaru and undo the reanimation jutsu. Black Zetsu chuckled. confident, aren't you, Naruto Uzumaki? That will be your downfall. It's the reason you, and so many others, must follow in the footsteps of the Sage of Six Paths. Naruto frowned. Your plan was doomed from the start. You'd know that if you could see the future like Hagoromo. Zetsu scoffed. I thought you didn't believe in destiny. I don't, which is why I'm making the choice to end this war, regardless of if the future is predestined or not. Hagoromo chose me to save this world from the false one you wish to create. I will do what I must to make sure that happens, Naruto replied, before dashing off, leaving Zetsu in silence. Are you sure about this? Anko asked Sasuke as they looked down at Orochimaru's hiding place. Yes. You and the rest of the squad need to stay outside to make sure he doesn't escape. I don't mean to be rude, but my curse mark is still active, which gives me an advantage, Uchiha replied. Anko sighed. Alright, fine. Honestly, you Uchiha are all the same. Not in the bad way, mind you, she corrected herself. Sasuke forced back a thin smile, rubbing the tiredness from his eyes. He regretted not sleeping more during their journey to this remote location. But there was nothing he could do now. His eyes didn't feel tired anyway. His eternal Mangekyo were itching to reveal themselves. Orochimaru would feel their wrath. If you like what you just heard, consider hitting the subscribe button and bell icon to get notified about new videos. If there's a part you've missed, then check out the entire playlist on screen. If you like this story, please share it with your fellow anime lovers. Any support helps a lot. That's all for now. This is Ninja Kai, disappearing in a golden flash.